I'm Eric Harbling. I'm a painter and designer from Miami, Florida. Left Atlanta this morning and made it to Chattanooga, Tennessee for the Burnin Bridges Mural Festival that the artist Seven puts on that's from here. And I did it 2 years ago and it's still really one of my absolute favorite times. It was one of the first times I ever traveled to anything. Definitely lit the fire for what's possible with doing this stuff and met so many amazing people at it that have become close friends. Every year they paint the same wall, but it's 30, 40 people that can fit on this thing. Pumped to be back in the element doing it, and check out my spot now. I knew the composition of all the spots from doing this before and had a pretty loose idea from thinking about it on the way up, but definitely hadn't worked anything out. Once I found my spot, sat down with my iPad, started sketching this out. Knew I wanted to do a car kind of flying through space. Wasn't sure totally how it would work, so just started sketching, working through some areas to make it a more interesting composition than just a car or something straight on, and just kept playing with it until it started to make sense. Forgot to film it, but I put a bunch of tape and chalk marks on the wall, took a picture of it, and then overlaid the sketch on top of it. Then sent that to my phone, started drawing it right on top of it, making it really easy, so then I'll just peel the tape off and wipe off the chalk once I'm all done. Starting day 2, the sketch is looking good. I'm happy with it. Was a little weary about it when I was doing it. I just wiped off all the chalk and hopefully can add a color in right now before it starts to rain. I feel like I've made some progress in case we have to stop for the day, but it's already been awesome. And even after coming all the way up here, I'm right next to my buddy right from Miami, so. Once I have that structure of the sketch and the contour lines for where angles need to go, I can kind of let the brushes just flow and go wherever they need to and make sure it implies that form. And also using the certain colors in certain areas that I've already mapped out, I'm able to make it so the piece is definitely going to read in the end. And then if things are standing out too much, I'll bring some colors from one section to the other and just kind of play with it as it goes. But once I get the structure there, there's really not too much I can mess up after that. Starting to overthink the next step, so I'm gonna take a big break, walk around and actually see what everyone's been doing. But it's been so much fun. So many people out here, so many good friends, and we're all just cracking jokes the entire time painting since we're close enough we can hear each other, and just walking around and seeing all the ladders. It's just the best feeling to be back doing it. So. First started painting, I didn't know any of this existed. I just started as a way to get off the computer and really release frustration after work, but still be creative because the work I was doing wasn't all that creative anymore. All of this I only found through being really obsessive about putting myself out there, kept showing up, continuing making my work better to push myself, and keeping in touch with all these people that I meet because they're doing such amazing things that are so outside of the ordinary of what normal people would expect to do, and are also just as obsessed and happy to stand in front of a wall for 2 days straight just adding paint to it, and it is the greatest feeling ever to get to share that with people.
I got these once popsicles.
Some good popsicle juice.
Popsicle.
Shake weight.
It's a popsicle reduction.
Oh, beautiful, thanks. there. Just want to add like 1 or 2 more colors in the background, but it's looking a little scary. I don't know. I think yeah, it's starting, and now it's a mad dash for everyone cleaning up. Luckily it didn't last too long at all, maybe 10-15 minutes. There's a little tent for a handful of people to stand underneath, but it was long enough to get my ladder soaked, so I had to wipe it all off before getting started again. Last day here. Don't have too much more to paint. It's in a pretty good spot. I was kind of worried with what I did last night that I maybe put way too much highlights on it, but it looks good in the daylight, so I'm happy about that. I'm all done. Still got plenty of time left, so just gonna kind of hang out, enjoy being in the best place possible, watch everybody else paint, see what else I can kind of learn. Not only is everybody amazing, but everyone's so much fun to hang out with. It's so great to hang out with so many friends that I hadn't seen in so long, and hopefully I'll get to see you again soon, and we'll be out here doing this again in whatever other city. Really happy with how my piece came out. Kind of just had this idea of a flying car that just, as I was driving for so long, I don't know if it was a car that I saw or something that inspired me to specifically do this one. And also kind of thinking at some point we had this idea we'd have flying cars in 2020, which is clearly not true, and we're living in this insane madness right now. Maybe, you know, maybe I was just wishing I had a flying car to fly out of here, but regardless of what or why, it was so much fun to paint, and I'm super happy with it. The composition is definitely a little bit of a step up for me, not just a straight on thing. So much fun. And I'm so happy with how this one turned out. All right, here is the final piece. Major thank you to Seven for putting this on every year. This is such a fun event. Still one of my absolute favorites. Such an amazing time this year. There's no chance mine would have been this good if I wasn't in such insanely talented company of all these other artists. It's an honor to be in such an insane amount of talent on this wall. I put every artist handle on the walls it's going by, and all their links are down below the video, so go check out all of them, follow all of them. You'll not be disappointed.